Welcome back, welcome back. We got ourselves a game here today. Sevel IM from Bosnia and Herzegovina. So far, a pretty subdued positional game. Whenever they play with this kind of structure, you can expect a slow riling positional grind. But not always. You see, he hasn't committed to e4, which is pretty typical. But now comes the big question, and that therefore he's decided to put the question to his bishop because, of course, bishop would love to be here after e4 has been committed to, but before commitment, it's less clear. So he's not giving us a chance to really figure it out. So we got to rush whatever we do have, which is this. This is a somewhat aggressive move. And we do have a double attack here, so he doesn't have enough time to capture the in between. And this seems pretty solid, yeah. So I'm happy with this as black. I think we've gotten something to bite on here. It's not much, and he's probably going to patch it up soon enough. He does have the bishop pair. It's a significant factor. It should dictate some part of the strategy here. What do we do? What do we do with this knight? I don't want to move it back unless I have to. Okay, let's play this. If he captures, oh, okay, this I don't think I mind as much because I still do have my eye on a bishop, sorry, on a pawn. So even if he doubles me up, I have some initiative at the very least. But he does have the first capture on us. Okay, he's defended it with the bishop. That's good play. Good play, but this is still, it's not that bad. Okay, I'm going to go here. Going to offer him a chance to trade me into a favorable structure, or otherwise let me double up. He's letting me double up, but yeah, it's limited benefit. What if we trade off everything? I think that maybe doesn't help me so much because I do have the flawed pawn structure. Should I play this? It's committal, but might be good. Might be good in this situation where we want to punish him for considering moving. We don't want this pawn to move forward easily. We've kept our pawns in the dark squares in anticipation of a potential endgame against the light squared bishop. But of course, this side of our pawn structure is not robust. We could have a chance here to undo some of that damage. So we're just slowly playing patch up here, okay? This is a lesson in patience. And we're doing this patiently because that gives us the best odds of winning. But patience means delaying the trade of rooks. That's what patience means here. It means not rushing to the end game by trading off the rooks and then dealing with the pawn scramble. We're centralizing the king and patching up our differences in advance of that. Okay, but now he's put a big threat on us here, and we have to very seriously consider it. So I'm going to just go for it. Okay, I've spent all the time I'm allowed to afford for this, and now I'm cashing in my chips. And now comes a huge question: how do I handle this pawn? Do I just go up one square? Very cool and easy. Or are we getting into? I think I'll go up all the way because I want the king to have potential access to the center somehow. I think that's also an important factor. We don't want the king to get warped into these kind of weird territories here. We want him to be able to go all the way here, for example. That would be great. You got to think with the end game in mind in order to play the early end game moves, right? End game is decided in the early end game. After that, it's mostly execution. But of course, people throw surprises in the way. Yeah, he's got to take it. We've come forward once. Now, maybe we try to come up. Okay, let's try to just get some momentum here. Okay, he's all right. Now we'll actually slip it forward on this side. Maybe I could have done this all along. Get these two outlier pawns, and our bishop's defending this, so we don't have to worry too much actually. But we can start to already force the action on this side of the board. And let's ask him. He's pretty much got to go back. Let's take this pawn. We've got our eye on this, so we've got it covered. And let's just still hold on to that. He can ask a question with the bishop. Okay, he's opted for this. Should find a way to get the bishop in the way. Gone taken the wrong route here, but I think I just have just enough time still. In only 8 seconds, it's going to be hard to mate him. Just yet he's pre-moving me a little bit better than I should be allowing him to. But this is critical. Now let's just trap him on the back. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he made me work for it there. But that's what they allow pre-moving for. Okay, so very good gritty grind here. Tough game for the most part, and then just at the end it started to slip and finally it went our way. So let's evaluate it. 3. Caliber level fight, I'd say, on the most part. Like, there's no real blunders. It's just that was the first mistake for sure. That was a key mistake because it allowed me to untangle my doubled pawns. Although surprisingly, capturing it was not be best, but rather this, and then that. Could that be the killer move? Actually, keeping the doubled pawns and getting this amazing endgame structure. Would that be the way? How does it? F4 is definitely one of the top moves, but even King G7 is pretty good. Just ignoring it. But yeah, both lines are good. Interesting. Yeah, I should have thought from that perspective. I was thinking like a peasant, untangle my doubled pawns, but I should have been thinking like a hawk. It's a key lesson even for me. And still, I'm not recognizing that it's already the right time to trade this off. Apparently, I mean, I thought it's allowing him to make the mistake if I don't do that, but the computer thinks he should allow this trade. And because you capture there, it still creates the isolated pawn anyway. Wow, that's interesting. That's a very interesting pawn pattern here. You would think objectively that, oh, I've got this isolated pawn and capturing here will just give me a lovely connected chain. But after this, it creates a ruffle anyway, because, well, there's a good argument to capture this way too, right? I don't know. No, I would still probably capture here, try to hold on to it with the king and pressure on here with the open file. Yeah. Okay, so now we finally play the correct combination and f5. And we have a small advantage here in the endgame. We have the outside passed pawn. That's about it. The outside passed pawn. And we should have already been trying to get the second outside passed pawn. I don't know why I didn't do that. And I don't know why that's not even the right move right now, perhaps, to do. But anyway, he kind of forced us to play the good move here. Or it's still not the good move. Well, might be computer level evaluation here. I don't know, because pawn up, it doesn't have a finish line, because his bishop can always get there. But this structure is, I suppose, even if he does capture here, you can always just capture back and retain the option to get the outside passed pawn. It's not going away. I suppose that's the point. But we rushed it. Wow, this is insightful. We rushed it, and that actually gave him the opportunity. I did not understand this. So this move is apparently a killer move because we can't let him capture here. So, I mean, let's see the follow-up. The follow-up looks something like this, which is +2 for white. Because white has very good control of the queening square here and of the queening square here. And that's giving him good odds, apparently. Very interesting. Very interesting endgame. I mean, you got to study this stuff. But he played a wrong pattern here. That's also insightful. That the bishop, so counterintuitively, should be coming up so as to kind of hold back this pawn. Yeah, I don't know, man. This we'd have to spend a lot of time to analyze this end game. I have a feeling, but it's worth it. It's worth it to analyze it, and very interesting to see here that sacrificing the bishop here would have basically helped him to draw the game. He could sacrifice the bishop and then tuck the king in the corner. But both allowed mistakes, huge mistakes, yeah, and this was a critical mistake. A flurry of endgame mistakes. A flurry of endgame mistakes. I mean, this is insane, actually. How bad our endgame was. How bad the endgame was. This is just insane. And somehow, by God's grace, we are able to win. I'm not going to play this out, but what an interestingly instructive, blunder-filled endgame there. We really ought to spend more time on it, but I'm out of time. Cheers.